It's 5 out of 5 for Team India in 2023. If the first ODI was a high-scoring thriller, a second game was everything but that. A series victory and a convincing win against the #1 ODI side in the world augurs well for the men in blue in a World Cup year. The Indian bowlers were just too hot to handle for the Kiwi batsmen. It may have taken a while for Rohit Sharma to decide whether India wanted to bat or bowl first, but it didn't take too long for the Indian bowlers to stamp their authority. 5 wickets in the first 10 overs, conceding just 15 runs. The Kiwis were always going to play catch-up from there on. Some resistance from Glenn Phillips in the middle order, and even a little bit coming from the hero from the first game, Michael Bracewell. But in the end, India were just too good, knocking out the opposition for just 108. And in the chase, Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill making sure there weren't any hiccups at all. A half-century for the Indian skipper meant really, really good news. First ever ODI game at the Shaheed Veer Narayan Singh Stadium, and the Indian fans got to see just a little over 54 overs. It was a quick finish, courtesy some remarkable performance from the Indian bowlers. A few game changers for Team India. Will start with the skipper Rohit Sharma. He's been threatening to break free over the last few games, and with a small total to chase, he needed no second invitation to break free. A typical Rohit Sharma half-century, which had the touch, elegance and poise that he always gives us, combined with the power and aggression we know from the skipper. In-form Indian skipper in a World Cup year really augurs well for the men in blue, and let's just hope that that form continues in a massive 2023. At number 2, a regular feature now in our game changers list, Mohammad Siraj. He may have only picked up 1 wicket in the game, but once again with the new ball, Siraj was impeccable with his lines and lengths. 6 overs for just 10 runs, including that 1 wicket. Since the start of 2022, Mohammad Siraj has bowled the most number of maiden overs in ODI cricket amongst full member nations. In fact, over the last 8 ODIs, his economy rate is less than 4.5 to the over. It just tells you what a complete bowler Mohammad Siraj is becoming. He picks up wickets, he keeps the batsmen quiet, and he gets India off to really good starts. And at number 1, Mohammad Shami. In the game of cricket, there are very few sides that are more beautiful and at the same time more dangerous than a Mohammad Shami upright seam position. As the Kiwis found out on the day, Shami was relentless with his lines and lengths, picking up 2 early wickets, and the Kiwis never really recovered from that. He came back for a spell later on and picked up the important Michael Bracewell, which derailed any hopes of the Kiwis making a fighting total. 3 for 18 for Mohammad Shami and a deserving Man of the Match award. Mohammad Shami and India's fast bowling unit, even in the absence of Jasprit Bumrah, is looking in fine fettle. What was the turning point of the game? We all saw what Michael Bracewell did in the opening game of the series, and this time was in the center with Glenn Phillips positioned to play that exact role once again. Having faced the brunt of the Michael Bracewell onslaught in the opening game, it was Mohammad Shami who said, "I'm going to have the last laugh this time around," dismissing the Kiwi all-rounder with a sharp bouncer. From there on, the Kiwis derailed even further, no coming back from that. And it was the wicket of Michael Bracewell that we think that was the turning point, courtesy Mohammad Shami. All in all, a thorough team performance from the men in blue, particularly from the bowlers, Hardik, Washi and Shardul chipping in amongst the wickets as well. With that, India wrap up the series 2-0 and an opportunity to dethrone the Kiwis as the #1 ODI side in the world should they make it 3-0. They made it 3-0 against the Lankans. Can they do it a week and a half later against the Kiwis? We certainly think so. The action moves to Indore.